Hello, welcome back to this, the second part of my routing from beginning. That is from the beginning using a routing table. Now, last time we went through the table itself, how to set it up, it came about, and how I made up what I've got, and suggested that if you haven't got one, you made the one that I used to have. Now we want to go further and go on to how we actually use it and what we can use it for. The router station, with a good setup, can become a surface planer, and that's what we're going to do here. I've ripped up a couple of bits of timber. They're 18mm, which is what I want for most of my projects. I want 18mm. So that's what I've done. I've put up a set of 18mm, but it's all very rough, very uneven. I don't even know if it's level or not. But I want to make sure it is. So what I'm going to do is set this up as a surface planer. Now the way in which we do that is using the bit fence and using a straight cutting bit, which is bigger than the wood itself. Then on one side, that is the feed off side, we put on what I am going to use is worktop edging strip. It's very fine stuff, 0.6 of a mil. We put this on the outfeed side. That then makes it that is that much thicker. And we set the bit, the front of the bit, to that side. And then when we're moving that through, it takes off and it will sit flat on this. Okay, let me run you through the process of doing that. First thing we've got to do is, of course, load up the router bit. Insert the bit. Now when you're putting a bit in, never let it bottom out totally, like so. Always bring it back up a bit. Get that in so it's above the collet and lock it up. You don't want to be breaking that, tightening it that much. You just want a good firm tightness. It's not going to move. Okay, once our bit is in, we then determine what we want. We're looking there, fraction of 18mm, so I suppose to class that as 18mm. Now we want to raise it up 18mm plus, because we're going to be going ripping the whole edge off, so we want it bigger than that. If it was going to be a moulding, we would want it to sit within it. Well, if it was going to be a rebate, we'd want it less than it. But we're trimming it off, we want it bigger than that. Not by too much, but say if we bring it up to 20mm. So what we do, starting off with this depth gauge, if you've got this sort of thing, if you've got the one without digital, you can do the same, although it's a little bit more difficult to handle. You set it to the table so you know you're correct. With this one, turn it on, set it to 0. There. Place it over the bit and then raise it up the 20mm you need. 20. Exactly 20 there. So, now we lock that off. Now remember what I said, with this point you can now work on this to give you millimetre, fraction of a millimetre up and down if you need it. But we're going to be ripping off the edge, so we're not too concerned with such accuracy. Next, we bring this forward. Jaws are too close. Open the jaws to take in the bit, but no more. The closer this is, the better without touching. You want to be able to get rid of any bits of wood. You don't want bits of wood getting snagged in between there, so you don't want it really snug tight. So give it 3mm or so away from it. Try and get yourself up the centre there, before you do that bit. Just in case you want to use this calibration here. I'm not going to set the depth of the fence by the bench calibrations. We're going to set it in another method. What I want to do now is taking the piece of edging strip, peel off the, so make sure we clean down there, sit this on the table right at the beginning and file it on from there. Okay, there it is. Now as you can see from there we have now a gap down here, and that is the gap we'll be removing each time we pass. so we can get a nice level. Right, what I want to do now is bring that blade so it's forward, furthest point forward, and bring forward the fence, putting on this piece of wood or anything straight. If you've got a rule that you guarantee on or anything like that, use that by all means, and then bring it in until it's just touching that blade, just touching it, and then lock yourself off. Now we'll see, we're stuck, we can't go because that is lower than that. Now as we pass it, it'll take off a very fine layer, the thickness of that 0.6 of a millimetre, around half a millimetre. So that now is set to rip that off. Let's give it a go. So there we are, using it as a jointer. Nice and simple, all you're doing is adding that to it. Now some of the more elaborate rip fences have adjustments here for this purpose, solely for this purpose. So that's done, I think we'll get that back up again. Put all the others through first. Whilst I'm doing these, I thought I might as well also run you through the purpose of featherboards. They're not just a gimmick to make it all look nice and fancy and to make you lazy so you don't have to do anything and hold it. They have a purpose. They're to apply pressure where pressure is needed, to keep things against the blade. This is a prime example. Against that we need pressure, against this we don't. There, while we're going through, but once it's passed through, the pressure is more priority on there. So, at this point we could now use a featherboard. If I show a featherboard on here, and I can put it just there. Now, as I'm pushing this through, that is going to stop this coming away at all, making life a lot easier for myself. Okay, so that was using the router station as a jointer, which, as you can see, it does a very nice job of it, very simple, very easy. But while I've got this bit in here, let's do rebaiting at the same time. Now I've got here a lump of dirty old wood and a bit of ply. I want to get that bit of ply to sit in, we'll go that way first, to sit in there. Simple. So, let's see what the size is. 11.2, and the size of my bit here is 12. So that's a loose fit but a suitable fit for what I want to do it for. Now I want to send it, say, 10 mil in. Right. So 10 mil, we'll go in 5 mil at a time. So again, set that to 0 and bring ourselves up. 5 mil. 5.5 there, that's close enough. We'll lock it off at there. Then I want it to come in 30 mil. Now the piece is this big. I don't want it to come right out the other side, but I don't want to be messing about cutting corners here and it doesn't matter because it's going to be, say, hidden. So I can go beyond that a little bit to give me enough. I want it 30 mil on the outer edge. Bring the blade round so you've got the point of the tip of the blade closest here. set this to 30mm. Now, if like mine, you've got a table that's set up, you can actually 30mm, 30mm. But what that's going to give you is 30mm from the dead centre of this. Then you need to calculate what the size of this is, which is 12mm, and then take 6mm off of that, which would bring you down to 24 there. On this side, again 24. But we're going to double check that just for the sake of it, and spot on. Spot on, lovely. Okay, so that's set, that's set, that's set, that's locked. Now, what we'll do is when we get to the edge of here, which we know it's going to be around the 6mm there, we'll lift it back off. But I'm going to go for this back line, not the front line, because I want it to go beyond that on the first pan. Okay. I'm going to take up a bit more, another 6mm. This has a 2mm turn, so 2, 4, 6, lock it up. And as you've seen there, if I'd have gone fine tuning it and I wanted this to be a real job, that would have been a much tighter pick, because I'd have picked a better bit, a better blade. And I made it, I've had to run a couple of times in order to get the width I wanted. But just to show you how the rebaiting system works, that is it. You're sat in there nice and clean, nice and easy. Now then, if I should want to go and do that way, I won't be wanting to use mitre gauge. I would. Most people wouldn't. They'd get a board out and run it. I don't want, I want to use my mitre gauge, because that is just so easy. Just so easy. That's all it is. That's all it is. And how I'll do it is I'll go back to where I want it to be. 10 centimetres exactly there, and 10 centimetres exactly here. Because mine is already zeroed, I know that is correct. But if you don't, you can do it like this. That's 24. That's 24. That's 24. It's exactly precise. Okay, right. There's no way I'm going to go through with that up at 18mm. So that's the first thing. Got to go back down. Down to about 5, 6mm. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That should be about 5mm. Will come up 1mm. There, and lock it up. That's enough. Okay, now let's grip a length. It's not really square anyway, so that don't matter. And there we have it. A nice cross cut one. Now, ordinarily, I would use the backer board on this to stop tear out. But as you can see with pine, you tear out very minimal. If it's going to be a pace edge, yes, but in some cases, as long as you come out slowly, it's not going to be that bad. Okay, so there we have a nice T-shaped slot.